What we got?
How much fun has it been to see Chico back out there running around?
It's really good. And Quentin Pounds, both those guys have looked good. And, we just need to be smart with all these guys because they haven't played football in a long time, but they've done a great job of rehabbing. And it's nice to get those guys back out there. And I think a lot of guys are kind of battling through, still coming through. And we need those guys.
Was Quentin Pounds ahead of schedule at all? He got hurt a little later in the year than those guys.
I think they felt like he was right on track. Brandon Wellington's one that got hurt really late, and they feel like he's a little bit ahead. He's doing great, but we just got to be smart. If you watch him condition with trainers and do all the stuff, it looks like there's nothing wrong. Football's a little bit different, so we try to be as smart as we can with everybody.
Jay Kaner, clearly, from the eye, from the sideline, doesn't have the physical attributes, physical traits as some of those other guys you have in the quarterback room right now, but he's a guy who keeps flashing. What have you seen out of him? Go back to spring.
I think we see the quarterback position differently because I see a lot of things exactly what I'm looking for out there. Just a guy doesn't need to be. There's been a lot of good NFL guys that were not 6'5" or 6'6". He's doing a good job. He really understands what we're trying to do out there. I think so much of it comes down to pocket presence. That is a unique skill, and that's what really starts to separate a lot of people. He's doing a nice job in there. And he's a pretty darn accurate thrower. And I think you see those three things, always come back to that. So we're happy with how he's been doing.
Sean Williams, a nice catch today. An older guy coming in as a transfer. What do you see from him? Kind of a hybrid tight end?
Yeah, a little bit. And, he's one of those guys that did a great job last year on the scout team. He really did. He was awesome on our scout team. He took every rep at every tight end, wide receiver position. We're seeing some of the fruits of his labor out there right now. Yeah.
Coach, how nice is it having Myles Gaskin and Jake Browning back as seniors to lead the offense this year?
Yeah, it's awesome having those guys. We got a couple handful of seniors that the guys have played as much football as those guys have. It's good. You feel good about things, but it is a team game, and you talk about those two guys right there, and all I'm watching is really, really good defense for the last couple of days. So it's a team game, and I always say this every year. It's very hard for me to stand here and be excited because on one side does really well. I'm really concerned about the other side, and the defense has done a really, really nice job playing at a high level for the last couple of days.
How has Nick Harris adjusted so far with his position change?
I forgot he didn't play center. That's why we brought him in here. He's a natural center. He's really, really smart. He's a vocal communicator. I really do. I don't even think of it like this being a new position. That's how seamless that transition's been.
Has the center, is Norgard now kind of solidified himself as the second guy?
No, I don't think anybody's solidified anything. But Cole's done a nice job through spring ball, and he's doing a good job here. We're day 4 practice, so there's no solidifying anything. But he has done a nice job. He does get better. He's just kind of quietly battling. He's one of those guys who just shows up for work every day and doesn't, I don't want to say it doesn't miss because what happens as soon as I say that, he'll be out the next day. But he's been battling, and he's been doing a nice job.
What have you seen from the freshmen like Julius Irvin and Dominic Hampton, those guys?
You talk about the 3 freshmen, those guys are doing a really good job. They are highly skilled, and they're getting better every day as well. It's really good because we don't hardly ever go ones on twos and ones on three. We don't do that. We go good on good, and so everybody's making everybody better. And so there's no freebies. There's no freebies for the first offense going against some guys that they're just better than or low assignments. You got to earn everything from the get-go, and that's hard on an offense because one little mistake on offense is always bad.
How does that help during the season though, against a defense that's so good, given we see a defense similar?
I think we'll see a defense similar about 20-some days. So that's what I think. So that's just how we've always done it.
Chris, in your experience, the defense seems to have the upper hand usually in fall camp in the early part. So are they kind of going to form, or?
It's been my experience that if your defense is not really above your offense, you're going to have problems. I don't know why that's been. I used to hate that as an offensive coordinator, and when we get after our defense deep down, I was going, I'm not sure if this is a good thing or not. that doesn't mean that our offense is going to catch up and things are going to even out. But I always think that your defense, it's been my experience over time, they need to have a little bit of an upper hand if they're going to play really, really good defense throughout the year.
You've gotten so much out of your punt return game the last 4 years with Dante.
Yeah.
The candidates you have, do you see potential they could be of that caliber?
I see a lot of potential. I'm not really into comparing it because I don't know that. When guys leave us, Dante was special. Dante was a 4-year starter as a true freshman at that. Really hard position, so it's hard to say that. But there's no doubt we got some talent back there, and I'm excited about that. Maybe I'm just excited because that's the one thing I get to do is coach that guy. So I don't know. Maybe we're going to be really bad there, but at least I get to coach.
What's job one for those guys? Catch the ball?
Yeah, the first thing is job one is get the ball back to the offense. That is job one. We need a great decision maker back there. And 2, we want to catch the ball. We don't want it hitting the ground. And then 3, we're always trying to work for yards. Hitting yards to hit yardage, and so that never changes.
Chico's return kicks before, obviously, but how much different is that standing back there as a punt returner and as a kick returner?
Oh, I think punt return and kick returning is significantly different, in my opinion. I mean, we need explosive guys and all that in both positions, but I think the skill set is quite a bit different.
When it comes to the kicking game, we can see on the sideline make or miss, but beyond that, how are you evaluating those
Are
guys?
you talking about the kickers?
Yes.
Yeah, we value it the same way. That's an easy one. I mean, I think we're making progress there. I mean, I think the ball's coming off the foot really well. I mean, if we're missing small, and I think they're trying to trust their technique. Peyton, had one day where he was a little bit off, and he came back the next day, and it was money. And so that's how it's going to be. We're just a constant state of improvement. And when you can see they're attacking it and they're going for it and not playing scared, we'll be okay.
You've talked about before, it's one of those things hard to simulate with practice, however much pressure you can try to simulate. But, I mean, you feel like you've got the procedure in place to at least put the right guy in position.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we'll do more. We'll do more where you put a little pressure on them. We can do little things that, put pressure on them. I mean, for right now, as soon as they, if I stand there and watch them kick on their own, there's pressure on them. And certainly they're in front of the team, and you can do other little things. And but I think they're pretty focused in. I don't think it's, I think it's just about getting in that rhythm and hitting that sweet spot every time.
You've got to get your quarterbacks ready for the season, but you've got a guy who just can't play. How do you keep him engaged and determine how you're going to get him reps like this to still keep him sharp?
Who are you talking about?
Jacob Eason.
Yeah, he needs to stay engaged and sharp, and that's on him.
How do you do it?
That's on him. That's not on me. I mean, he's going to be fine. I mean, that guy's already played at a high level. He's very passionate about this game. I mean, the reason I kind of swell up like that because that wouldn't be the guys that we want here. If we got to motivate them to come to practice because, I mean, it is what it is. It's not like it's something surprising. I mean, he's here to grow and get better, and he gets a ton of work in individual stuff, and we throw him in there, and he's trying to learn this offense. So that's not even like a legitimate question. That's why I'm kind of saying, huh?
Coach Huff mentioned the other day the size of the offensive line is with most openings over 300 pounds. What have you seen different this fall compared to other falls from the offensive line?
Yeah, for me, I don't care if they're 300 pounds or 260 pounds. I just want them to block good. That's why he's responsible for that whole thing. And so if they're bigger and all that, but we always go to guys who can move their feet, and we just need to execute. So, big sometimes can be overrated. You like them that way, and if they play really good, I love that. But we got a lot of guys that not really fit the mold that block really, really good, and I'm good with that.
Hey, Pete, Will Harris, obviously a guy that came for spring, and
Yeah.
how have you seen kind of him fitting in and kind of becoming that 10th guy?
Yeah, I think he's been great. I really do. He's I think he's a sponge. It's just hard when you come from the outside. So many of our guys have connections to us from either been with us for a long time or played for us or something. And so he was none of that. And so he's been awesome, just absorbing our way. The kids really like him. He's just a really good person. And he's another guy that I'm excited just watching kind of grow.
When we talked to him, he made a point about the fact that some interviews, he may just talk to the defensive guys, but you guys made a point of interviewing or introducing him to everybody, like being a part of the family,
Oh, yeah.
that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I mean that's all of our coaches, and our coaches, I mean they love their players, their units, but they, you know, that's the beauty of coaching. You get so connected to, you know, the whole team, and you know, Will's awesome with that stuff. I mean he's a young guy that they all relate to. You know, he's good.
Jimmy Lake talked about just how impressive he was when you guys interviewed him. What was it that set him apart that you were looking for that you saw?
Yeah, I think it's a few things. You know, one, he knows what he's talking about football wise, but he's just got a good vibe about him. There's good energy. And then the other thing is, I don't know. I guess there's a humility about him. Like he's here to. There's the things he didn't know, and he doesn't act like he knows it. And I always appreciate that in people because, even guys have been coaching for a long. There's a lot we don't know. But everybody tries to fake like they do know. And I always think that when you coach what you know and what you don't, you say you don't know and you figure it out. So all those things kind of jumped out to us about him.
Your relationship with Pete Carroll, how much did you gain from him as your time at Washington? And also, like the chair's going to mention how you and him are really similar. He sees a lot in that. What does that mean to you? And are you kind of similar skittish to the response?
Yeah. Well, I take that as a tremendous compliment. I don't know how much we are alike, but I do take that as a compliment. I've spent as much, a little bit of time over there, and I love it when I can get over there. You're learning from one of the best in the business for sure. I mean, I wish I had more time to spend over there. But I think we're all about trying to just get better. I think we're trying to just bring the best out in ourselves and in each other. And I think we say things differently, but the message is probably similar. So, Will's had Coach Carroll a lot more than I have. So I think that'd be a good thing if he thinks there's some similarities.
It's the latest with Ollie Cajo.
Yep. Ale, he has been granted a release. He needs to. Their family is really adamant that he needs to. He's going through some stuff and he wants to be as closer to his family. And we get that. We got to do the right thing and wish him the best.
Could you educate us a little bit on what the release means? Is he later free to go anywhere through that process?
You can't restrict kids. You release them. You can't say you can go to this school or not. You either give them a release or you don't. So that's what it is.
Does that start back in recruiting when you tell kids that you can trust us and that you're paying that trust almost? Being granting the release when it comes to a family situation like that? Is it kind of...
No, this is a rare situation. We didn't get him in the summertime, and I think it's just a unique situation. And then when you get a unique situation, you just try to do what you think is the right thing and go from there.
All right.
How do you feel about just the first 4 days of camp so far? Just, how's the focus level,
Yeah.
attention to detail, that kind of thing?
Well, the focus level is excellent. The attention to detail is really good. The execution is spotty. And that's just kind of how it goes. And it's probably not going to get any better in the next week or so because we got a lot more stuff that we're just, our teaching method is kind of that whole thing where we install a lot of things and then we'll clean them up and then we'll go back and it's just back and forth. And so it's hard to just stay on one thing and get really good at it because we just have a different style in terms of how we teach that.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.